free thinkers. We need people to debate. And we need people in America to debate this as well. Because there is a reason why Russia invaded. And by keeping, you're watching these things with these bio labs, and we don't have any. Well, maybe we have some. Okay, well, they're not bio labs. They're manufacturing sites. Well, what do you manufacture? Well, bioweapons. Well, were you going to use them in Russia? No. Like it's like it just always crawls up like a slithering snake, And instead of just going, you know what? First of all, it was national security that we didn't want to talk about biolabs, but we are a major country, and we need to protect ourselves. So we do have bioweapons around the world. That's known. We're not going to tell you where the rest are. We are producing this there. It's been found. You can be honest. You really can once it's uncovered. And I think that would be way more healthy for people to understand. You don't have to tell us all, but quit getting caught in a lie. Quit getting caught in a lie, because how do we trust? How do we trust? And that's the problem with America is, this administration is creating panic. It's creating untrust. It doesn't like transparency. Everything is an agenda. Nothing is for the people. Right now, if you took a vote, hey, what do you want to see? Would you like the border closed? Yes, majority. Done. Then close it. You want energy independence? Majority of people would say yes. Well, then you give it to us. That's what we want. Would you like to see crime decreased in major cities? Yes. Okay, then that's what we get. And that's not what's happening. And that's why the people are so frustrated with everything that's going on. Is because it's all not adding up as normal with this administration. It doesn't add up.
Yeah, you're right. It's really, if U.S. is funding biolabs in eastern Ukraine, yeah, I guess they don't want to talk about that. Preparing bioweapons. So they changed the narrative. Putin's a bad guy. He's trying to kill people, but they don't talk about the corruption in Ukraine. They don't talk about Nancy Pelosi, Chuck Schumer, Kerry, Joe Biden, all these people. Their children work for energy companies. At least that's what they're called, energy companies in Ukraine. Are we protecting people? Are we protecting money, power, political interest? Like I said, the news wants to show people suffering, people getting killed, people hurt, but hiding the truth behind showing pain and suffering of people, the corruption in politics behind America and Ukraine. That's the real issue. And they're trying to paint Putin, and they're trying to paint Putin as the bad guy because he's fighting against corruption, whether it's Ukraine corruption, whether it's the American corruption, whether it's the New World Order corruption, whether it's the global elite corruption. That's what he's fighting against. Just like Donald Trump. And look what they did to Donald Trump. So if they're going to attack Donald Trump in that manner, and we saw the lies and the vitriol and everything else, why wouldn't the media do the same thing to Putin? The only people that they defend and or celebrate is people that are giving them money. It's sad, but
it is sad. It is sad.
What goes on in the dark, yeah. especially Joe Biden has been there for 48 years, pilfering off of taxpayers. Pilfering. Racist. And these people suck it up like sheep. Like he's some messiah. They call Donald Trump a racist, yet you vote for the real damn racist. That's the sad part. That's how ignorant these people are. You vote for the person who was the most corrupt, the most racist president ever in the history of this country. And overtly racist.
Yeah, if you ain't black, you ain't voting for Biden.
Yeah, if you vote for Trump, you're not black. Really? Well, thank you for telling me what I am. But that's how do you get a pass? Donald Trump said that the Proud Boys most of them were nice guys or something like that. They called them racist. Even though most people don't know the Proud Boys headed by a Hispanic.
I do. Well, they called the lieutenant governor of Virginia white supremacist. And she's like black lady, black Marine.
Right.
Oh, it's so funny, man. Weak ass men, dude. That's what happened. I've seen more mama bears out there than I have seen daddy bears at these schools. I see mama bears on social media sticking up for their country. Why all these dads are freaking wearing skinny jeans and stay-at-home daddies. Like go get a job, man. Get your hands dirty. Go get a job.
Skinny jeans. I thought skinny jeans were just for girls.
No, the world's changing, brother. I know that was.
I can't take it. Skinny jeans. I can't take it. I can't.
Skinny jeans, dude.
Wearing clothes that are too tight for you. I don't get that, all that stuff. I really don't.
I don't know. I would settle for some skinny jeans and some open border though. But, or I was like, man, we've come a long way from skinny jeans to just straight open border.
Yeah. Yeah, the morale and the morality in this country has really, gone down the tubes. And, I ask, where is the religious leadership? Where's the Muslim leadership, the Christian leadership, the Jewish leadership? Where's all the leadership? I mean, they only come out when, unfortunately, a mosque gets bombed or a temple gets bombed. But where are they standing up on these immoral issues?
They're not.
That's the question I have. Exactly. Like they're silent, and broken. I'm concerned about that.
Yeah, I know. You think every religious leader would be standing up, but they're not, man. They're all morally corrupt and no courage, and they're taken care of, right? They got their tithes and they got their money and they got their book deals, and they're good. They're good. They can retire. And they're gonna just pray themselves into heaven. You know what I mean? They think.
Well, like God says, I will not be mocked. Every man will reap what he sows. And I pray for those because I don't know, man. I'm hoping and praying for the best, but and I'm even concerned now about the midterm elections.
What's your concern?
If they're going to be legit. I mean, we have more information coming out about how the DOJ was stymieing the investigation of voter fraud. I mean, come on. Sad. We know that voter fraud took place, whether it's mail-in ballots, whether it's ballot harvesting. I mean, we can go on and on. People got ballots that left the country, left the state. I mean, come on, people. They want us to buy this as a legitimate election. That's another lie. All lies. For those that are tuning in, you're listening to. I'm sorry, this is a little quick break here. For those that are tuning in, you're listening to American First Patriot Podcast. My co-host, veteran Jarrod Tomassi, me, Chauncey Brown. Defending freedom and liberty is our motto, and that's what we're here talking about. Defending our freedom and liberty here in the United States and not around the world. Go ahead, Jarrod.
No, I was going to say, looking at the Texas primaries, we're going red, baby. We going red. So, here's my thing. Pack up your wagons, saddle up them horses, grab your 6-shooter and your shotgun, and head down south. Just make sure when you cross the border, you leave all your politics behind. And come on, we'll barbecue, we'll hang out, we'll pump some oil, and we'll enjoy the 4th of July. And the rest of the nation can do whatever they want because we going red and we're staying country.
Jarrod, it's ironic what you just mentioned. 70 years ago, 80 years ago, blacks were fleeing the South from Jim Crow, racism. Now everybody is fleeing the North to go back south. Everybody now. Everybody. Black, whites, everybody. Because of freedom and liberty. And if you look at the northern states, predominantly the cities, the authoritarian regime of these governors, these democratic mayors, pilfering off of taxpayers while the crime is high, we can go on and on.
Oh, they're taking advantage big time. They're taking advantage, and that's exactly what they want.
They're milking the cow's tit until the cow dies. That's what they're doing. They're killing the cow. It's beyond. The cow is dying on life support, and they're still trying to get milk out of that tit.
Oh yeah, they're milking that cow to death. And you know what? The walls are closing in on those cities and those states now with inflation and these gas prices. Costing the average citizen $3,000 a year. If you're making $10-15 an hour, you're trying to get yourself out of poverty. You're making between $22 and $30,000 a year. If you want to break that that class line, you just lost $3,000. You just lost 10% plus inflation. So they're getting pissed. I can tell you right now, I was reading articles, and they're getting pissed. Don't worry about the midterms, dude. We're gonna crush it. We're gonna crush it. Everybody's pissed. And when you start these are bipartisan issues. When you start costing Americans money when it doesn't need to happen, you're going to piss some people off. I think these gas prices and this inflation is going to piss Americans off more than COVID did. Because they're going to be in a pickle. They're going to be in a pickle. I mean, you're talking about I can't get to work because gas is too much. I filled up today, half tank, $50. Half tank,
like I told somebody
$50.
Today. Yeah, somebody said to me, I can't drive here or there. I says, and I think they were Biden supporters. I says, well, thank Joe Biden. And the person went to pivot towards Putin. I was like, oh my goodness, another shoe.
Yeah,
they buy into the narrative.
People don't do that.
How the hell is Putin to blame for inflation here? But see, that's the sad part, that people don't know how government works. They buy the media.
Yeah, inflation.
God forbid if the media really put out truth, huh?
Oh my goodness, it would be boring, and that's why it sells now. It went from the media went from. I remember every night you would watch, this is Tom Brokaw live from, and it'd be real Captain Tree saved, high-speed chase on the 10 freeway, and it was just straight almost mundane.
Dry
straight,
news.
just facts.
Yeah.
Dry.
Walter
but you know what?
Cronkite to straighten news.
Walter